Understanding Hawking radiation, black hole energy, and wormhole traveling through space-time continuums of elevated systems of instant gratification. We can understand what a black hole is by projecting the image in our mind that it is a cycle of properties that intakes life essences of the universal energy forces and elemental patterns of different omniscient love energies, basically. So, I like to first start out my example of us all being systems of life, even black holes, even suns. All stellar mass, all existence, atomic molecules, quarks, all are life. So now, we can understand the different properties of analyzing the system of how we utilize existence to maintain the frequency of harmony, to assume our favorite properties in the emotional sense of consciousness. So now, we have our event horizon. Guess what? We have all of our system. So now look, here's our love harmony that inevitably came to us in a mutual aspect of life. It's a plant. I make carbon for the plant. It produces oxygen. We go to higher frequencies of consuming the essence of quality toward one another. And this is the positive example of that. So you can project the source that everything has a place of existence where it is in a space-time continuum, that it has different frequencies of motion that it can utilize to sense and project a certain pattern of radiation or different senses of perception to assume gratification. Now, what we've understood is that Hawking radiation is the essence of material indefinitely going through a black hole force and having the ability to radiate. If we understand that black holes are an example of life that exists in our universe, no different than we could be similar to a subatomic ant, to like a giant black hole force of energy with just a different conscious system, you can expect that to be true because you can relate to it. Also, once we're exerting the properties of Hawking radiation, it's about intaking certain quality and quantities of life force. So that's no different than you ingesting your favorite foods and sweating, for instance. And your black hole would be your consciousness that you're holding on to your favorites for, or your favorite systems of vitamins or neurotransmitters or emotional stimuluses of gratifying realities. So basically, what we're trying to show you is that everything in life always flows through. There's never an end to anything. It continuously, gradually, gently becomes better and more harmonious to the sense of your filtration of your examples that you love to experience. So now, we basically have the amplification of what we focus on simply by understanding that the photon indefinitely multiplies. So you can relate this to quarks, also to Hawking radiation, as it doesn't necessarily not go in or out, is that it focuses its subatomic speed faster than the perception of the conscious awareness. So you have to come to a scale level where you can equalize and become one with it to understand it. So now, we have our focused space-time continuum with our Big Bang exertion, so we can fundamentally create new life indefinitely through the essence of our favorite example. No different than a person hugging another person or kissing another person. So now, we take our fundamental stored energy and we induce the quality of existence with it. Now we can learn to appreciate the different event horizon patterns, because we can see that some is traveling through the essence of a notified wormhole as two black holes connect through space-time continuations. Now you have different systems of memory known as satellites of advantage. So you basically have the ability to project positive energy flowing in this direction to stimulate its essence of the difference that was there before we concentrated with it. So it's still projecting an equally positive holographic dimension for something else. Also, we got to just enjoy the quality and quantity of it. There's also still a remaining charged substance that's inevitably not necessarily utilizable to me, but as to an ant or a bug, it's very utilizable as a high source of food that would enjoy it. Also, as you have light particles that come in through the essence of the vortex, they singularly concentrate themselves through the essence of molecularly binding with each other to try to subatomically concentrate and become more of an example of the essence of THC, example. So also, you can appreciate that they have a subatomic particle that allows you to physically situate consciousness on the most profoundly small examples so they can maintain their aspects of different dimensional consciousnesses as you have different senses. Also, as life progresses, the new essence of it indefinitely becomes more focused and concentrated. So we can enjoy the quality of learning about Hawking radiation while exerting that we wanted to breathe in the most profound example of the substance of life. We indefinitely provisionally sampled what we know about it with our system, and we were able to ignite it and to stimulate what we needed from it. So with that property, we had the ability to breathe in, harness it with our filtration of space-time continuations and indefinite storage known as the consciousness, which could be the essence of all alive, which is what you are. Also, you have the ability to harness and hold some of these things as a love connecting satellite force, so you can mutually remember substance patterns of frequent tones around you. So also, you can understand that inevitably it radiates through the dimension of all different kinds of spectrums of universes. So also, if you're trying to disprove Hawking radiation, you can also exert the fundamental property that some of it can be radiated into other parallel universes, which is the purpose of the black hole. So you can enjoy the reality of the explorational sense that everything is perfect in any gratified equation, no matter how the mind perceives it. Also, There isn't anything wrong with exemplary quantum physics because you can understand that quantum physics is a reality. As people have bank account, you're not supposed to tap into their Swiss bank account. So therefore, you understand that certain laws of reality in nature for big ballers like me, such as my quantum uh, mechanic bank account, and you're simply trying to break into my bank account by proving quantum theory. And I think it's rather funny because I was going to give it to you anyways. And you know what else I was going to do? I was going to make sure everybody was happy for infinity, forever. And it sucks when people try to take your stuff because you just have to give it to them. Oh well, I get to move on to bigger and better things. Yay! Hawking radiation is the informational storage of energy and then the ability to have it knowingly be released. So when we breathe in marijuana, we become timeless as we hold marijuana in. You let it out through your emotional projections anyways. That's the radiation, and then it's subatomically transferred through the essence of as it was, which could be smoke, or it's gone to a different universal law system where it's transferred into vocal energy, providing you the experience of how good marijuana is. You know, that's all we were thinking. You're trying to break into a space alien's bank account who owns nature. And you're like, well, here's some quantum mechanics. I'm like a pirate. I'm gonna go steal my space alien's bank account and learn all of his infinite technology. I don't want to pay him for it. I'm gonna sneak up and kill him and do it and make him have to sit in a room and smoke chronic and reefer. When we could have legalized MDMA and LSD and had him just give it to us and be peaceful with us. And we could have been like, here, take these pure psilocybin extracts. Here, man, here's some pure mescaline. You know? And I'd be like, here, man, here's $13 billion per nanosecond just because you gave me that. But since people don't like to give to other people, they don't get to experience that quality of life. So I get to because I always give my stuff away. Yay! Also, you know, everything gets more concentrated and amplified, so we get to enjoy everything. And we get to enjoy the sense to be a single sense inside of the Higgs boson, so we can design it ourselves. It's so fun. Ah, marijuana. Oh well. See, we had this Higgs boson inside of our body. We were like, what is this for? So we went and we like put our consciousness focus in it, and then we elevated the scale of humanity around it so we could design it however we wanted. So people may or may not find it because I may or may not tell them about it because it's no different than me making a YouTube video and then posting it on YouTube. And then the Higgs boson is the video, and then it's transcended to another language so other people can understand it on their own subatomic